Creating a spec sheet. So what is a spec sheet? It's information about your students. It's about the motives, the needs, and the values that your kids bring to your classroom every day. You see an example here where teachers ask the questions from this document right here, and they put their responses on this piece of flip chart paper. So as they went through, they took into consideration what they knew about their students, how they like to learn, what kinds of things are important to them, what kind of work appeals to them, and they're just capturing that. Here's another example. So here's a web using Simple Minds that a teacher used for her spec sheet. And for each of the design qualities, you can see that she put information about her students. So when you think again about organization knowledge, she's saying that her kids want to have conversation, that they need some time to reflect. When asked about protection, well, they're hesitant to respond in front of a large group. Some of the kids don't have resources or support at home. They like to work with others, but they need structure. They like to work with their friends. So what you have here, when you think about it in terms of, this is what I know about my kids. So when I begin to design work and to think about activities and tasks that I want them to do, I want to take these things into consideration. Because if I know that students like to have their classmates see their work, then what kinds of things could I do so that can happen? If I know that kids want choice, they want options in how they get information and the products they produce, then what options might I give them? Because if I attend to these things, I have a better chance of my students engaging in the work. So again, the spec sheet isn't anything magical, but it's really important and can be very helpful in helping you think about your students when you're designing work. So if you take these questions into consideration, and I really encourage you to consider all of them the first time you do this, and then make your spec sheet a living, breathing document so that you add to it the more you know about your students. And keep it throughout the year. It will change based on what you learn and the types of experiences they have and how they react to them. That's great information for you when you begin to design work.